Hello everyone. Today, I want to take you to a place in Bagan that you can see from almost anywhere. It is massive, imposing, and legendary. But when you step inside, you feel a chilling coldness because it was built on cruelty, fear, and regret. This is the Dhammayangyi temple. To many, it feels less like a place of worship and more like a giant brick tomb built to pay for the sins of the past. Today, we will dive into its bloody history, its incredible architecture, and the mysteries that scientists still cannot explain today. If you are ready, let's start the video. First, we must talk about King Alaungsithu, the father of King Narathu. He was one of the most powerful kings in the history of Bagan. Legend says he possessed a magical royal barge called Thilakaka. This vessel was not made by human hands. It manifested from the king's great power. It could travel on water and even move across land, guided only by the king's will. Over 850 years ago, what kind of technology or miracle could have moved a vessel on both land and sea? Think about that for a moment. King Alaungsithu ruled for over 100 years, but when he fell ill, the wheels of fate began to turn cruelly. His son Narathu was consumed by greed for the throne. He was a man of extreme anger and violence. From a young age, to take the crown, he committed the unthinkable. He smothered his own father to death with a blanket inside the Shweguji temple. He thought the throne was his, but his older brother, Min Shin Sa, was the rightful heir. Narathu deceived his brother, inviting him to a coronation feast under the guise of peace. Instead, he poisoned his brother's meal and killed him. Narathu finally had the crown, but he continued his path of violence. He even killed one of his queens, a princess sent from India, just because he was displeased with her. This is why history remembers him as one of the most wicked kings. Narathu had the power, but he could no longer sleep at night. Consumed by guilt and haunted by his crimes, he built this massive temple to atone for his sins. This is how Dhammayangyi was born. Inside the temple, you will find something very unusual. Two Buddha statues, sitting side by side, on a single pedestal. If you know Buddhist tradition, you know this is almost never seen. Historians believe Narathu built these twin statues to represent his father and brother, a desperate prayer for their souls to find peace and for his guilt to be forgiven. The structure itself resembles a pyramid, massive and solid. Interestingly, the foundation is only 4 feet deep, yet it stands perfectly still today. There are 2 corridors inside, an inner and an outer. You can walk the outer path, but the inner corridor has been blocked with bricks for centuries. Why do you think that is? Some say it was for structural support. Others say construction stopped when Narathu was assassinated. But the most popular legend in Myanmar is that the magical Thilakaka barge was hidden inside that inner path. After the old king's death, it disappeared from history when Narathu took over. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. The masonry of this temple is also terrifyingly precise. Narathu told the masons, "If I can fit a needle between any 2 bricks, I will cut off your hands." To this day, The hand-cutting post still stands near the temple as a reminder. If you look closely at the bricks, you will see fingerprints, numbers, and village names. This was an ancient system of quality control. If one brick was weak, they knew exactly who made it. This fear-driven precision is why the temple remains so strong today. Even modern science is amazed. According to NASA satellite imagery, the location of Dhammayangyi aligns with the golden ratio. It sits on a specific energy grid of the Earth's surface. This explains why it has survived massive earthquakes that destroyed many other temples. Finally, Narathu's end arrived. The king of India, furious over the murder of the princess, sent 8 assassins, disguised as Brahmin priests. They entered the palace and struck Narathu down. After completing their mission, the 8 assassins killed each other to keep the secret forever. Dhammayangyi was never finished, and it remains a flat-topped monument of unfinished penance. It proves that no matter how great the monument, power gained through blood can never bring peace. Because he was killed by the Indians, he is known in history as Kalagia Min, the king who fell at the hands of foreigners. Now that you know the dark history of Dhammayangyi, which part interests you the most? What do you think is hidden in the blocked corridors? Share your thoughts with me. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Next week, I will take you to another mysterious place. Thank you for watching.